Hello, welcome to the Quality Rated Portfolio Standard 4 webinar. This webinar is being presented to assist you with completing Standard 4 of the Quality Rated Portfolio independently. Once you log into your Quality Rated account, you can access your portfolio. Portfolio Standard 4 focuses on intentional teaching practices. Standard 4 allows you to show evidence of how your program's curriculum supports children's learning and growth. Points are earned in this area based on the program's ability to show a direct alignment between a developmentally appropriate curriculum, Georgia's early learning and development standards, lesson planning, and assessment. It is imperative that programs show intention and responsiveness to the holistic developmental needs of children at each age level. Evidence for this standard must be descriptive and address all learning domains. The resources for Standard 4 can be found in the portfolio in the dark brown banner located at the bottom of the QR website page. You will click on QR Portfolio. Then click on Standard 4 Intentional Teaching Practices to access these resources. The GELS, Georgia Early Learning Development Standard resource can be found. There is also a sample lesson plan form resource. When you click on Standard 4, a drop-down menu appears containing the 3 sections for the standard. These sections are the curriculum questionnaire, lesson plans, and the description of the assessment tools. We are now going to look at the curriculum questionnaire section shown on the screen. This is the first section for Standard 4. The curriculum is the academic content of a child's day and encompasses everything that a child learns in the classroom and all matters concerning the philosophy of your program. The curriculum should promote active learning and cultural diversity while helping children meet various language, social, emotional, physical, and cognitive goals. The curriculum should also provide strategies and guidance to support all children of all ages. In this section, you will complete a questionnaire for each curriculum used in your program by age category. You will complete the infant toddler curriculum questionnaire and or the preschool curriculum questionnaire. Once you click the green button to begin the questionnaire, the curriculum screen will appear. This is the view of the infant toddler curriculum screen. You will see the box for the curriculum name and a box for the curriculum narrative. Input the name of the curriculum you are using in the curriculum name box. In the second box, you will provide a written narrative explaining how the curriculum that your program uses meets the needs of each of the indicators described above. Once you have entered the information for your curriculum narrative, click Save and Continue. Inputting both the curriculum name and written narrative will need to be completed in order to save this portion of the questionnaire. This information must also be completed in order for the question section of the curriculum questionnaire to populate. Please take note that at the bottom right-hand corner of the questionnaire screen, you are able to click the link to view the rating rubric for Standard 4. The rubric will provide you clarity and insight on how this standard is scored. We will view the rubric shortly. This is the Infant Toddler Curriculum Questionnaire. This screen will appear after the Infant Toddler curriculum name and narrative have been input and saved. You will answer the questions to the questionnaire based on your program's practices, policies, and procedures. Click on Save and Continue until you have answered all of the questions for the questionnaire. Once all questions have been answered, click Save and Continue. You will complete the same process for the preschool curriculum and questionnaire information. Once all questions for both questionnaires are complete, click Save. Then check the box in the light green banner at the bottom of the screen. Click Save to indicate that this section is complete. This is the curriculum section of the rubric. It shows how points are awarded based on the program's ability to demonstrate their intentional teaching practices utilizing their curriculum. The curriculum narrative allows you to show evidence of how your curriculum supports growth and learning for children. This is the information that would be input in the infant, toddler, and preschool area for the curriculum narrative. Include the age group for children for each statement. Points will be assessed based on your curriculum statement for practices of how your curriculum supports all 5 developmental learning domains, including physical development and motor skills, social and emotional development, approaches to play and learning, communication, language and literacy, and cognitive development and general knowledge. In addition, the curriculum should be inclusive for supporting a culturally, linguistically, and developmentally appropriate environment. Exhibiting the requirements for this criteria would meet the 2-point level. You would need evidence of inputting the previous information stated and that your curriculum is aligned with the JELS as a practice of your program to meet the criteria of the 4-point level. The next section for Standard 4 is lesson plans. In this section, you will upload a 1-week lesson plan. The lesson plan should include 5 full days for Monday through Friday. No holidays should be included within the 5-day lesson plan. A lesson plan for each of the age groups listed in Standard 1 classroom information should be completed and uploaded. If there are any holidays in that Monday through Friday work week, you will not receive credit for the lesson plan submitted. The lesson plan should list the teacher's names, the classroom name, and the age group for the children in that classroom. A Monday through Friday work date should be listed. A theme should be listed. The theme should correlate with your current activities, events, and interests of the children. The jails provide developmentally appropriate activities, and if utilized, will be reflected on your lesson plans. The jail's codes listed on the lesson plans must be complete to include the domain, the standard, and the correct age correlation. The lesson plans can date back 1 calendar year from your date of portfolio submission. The dates for the lesson plans submitted do not have to be for the same week. Lesson plans should be saved in the appropriate format and uploaded by clicking the green Upload Evidence button. If utilizing the jails is your program's current practice, ensure that you select the jails are utilized for each lesson plan during the evidence upload. Once all lesson plans for all age groups have been uploaded, check the box in the light green banner at the bottom of the page to click and save to indicate that this section is complete. The jails outline the key components and skills that young children develop from birth to age 5. The jails form the foundation for curriculum instruction, assessment, and intervention within early care and education programs. They are culturally, linguistically, and developmentally appropriate and address the essential domains of school readiness. There is a jails website for early learning professionals and caregivers. If you would like to become more knowledgeable of the jails and lesson planning, visit the jails website. Each staff would need to create an account to gain access to the website. Once you create an account, you have access to resources such as educational websites, apps, videos, guides, training, and even an at-home learning activities for children. There are developmentally appropriate activities for all age groups and learning domains. Lesson plan samples are available. There is also a Google Translation feature provided for translating information to Spanish. In addition, when completing your lesson plans, accommodations or adaptations for children can be utilized. If using adaptations is a practice in your program, you want to ensure that you include adaptations that support the growth and development of the child. The child care environment should be engaging and inclusive for all children of all ages and abilities. Ensure that you list the equipment, materials, tools, visual supports, and resources needed for any adaptations or accommodations on your lesson plan. Your adaptations and accommodations should be listed with activities for Monday through Friday. The children that need these specific adaptations should be identified and listed for each activity. Other inclusive resources can be found in the dark brown banner in the QR website at the bottom of the page. Click on Inclusion to access these resources for additional inclusive practices, supports, and inclusion services. Inclusion of children with disabilities and supportive early childhood settings benefits the child with disabilities, the other children, families, and the community. For more information about inclusion or to reach the inclusion specialist in your area, you can utilize these links. Review the lesson plan section of the rubric to assess what practices your program utilizes and how you will score based on the practices of your program. The last section of Standard 4 is description of assessment tools. Instructional assessment relates to the ongoing process that measures child outcomes with a purposeful instruction in the 5 learning domains that are linked to the GEMS. The information is used to help teachers plan appropriate activities to lesson plans, instructional strategies, and support. Examples of information collected include informal observation notes, anecdotal notes, photos, and work samples collected over time. In this section, you would upload 1 paragraph describing the tools your program uses for instructional assessment with each age group. The paragraph must include how the instructional assessment data is collected, how often the data is collected, and how the data is used. You would want to identify when the assessments will be conducted, when and how this information will be shared with families. Information about assessment tools will be based on the practices and policies that your program currently uses. This evidence must be saved in the proper format. Upload the evidence using the green Upload Evidence button for this section. Check the box in the light green area at the bottom of the screen and click Save for this section to be marked as complete. Also note that developmental checklists are not instructional assessments and alone do not provide the information needed for ongoing and intentional instruction. Review the assessment portion of the rubric to assess the practices your program utilizes and how you will score based on the practices and policies of your program. The Child Care Resource and Referral Agency has created a resource for you to help guide you through each standard called the Portfolio Checklist. Please ensure you request the Portfolio Checklist from your coach. Thank you for taking time to review this recording for Standard 4 of the Quality Rated Portfolio. If you still have questions, please feel free to reach out to your coach for further consultation. We wish you success in completing Standard 4. Thank you.